So we signed up for a yoga retreat in Bali as total beginners, and I thought, cool, some light stretching, tropical views, maybe a smoothie or two. What we actually got was geckos almost pooping on us mid-meditation, leeches in the jungle, forging our own wedding bands by hand, and yeah, way more yoga than my stiff body ever asked for. Also, are the rumors about yoga retreats and the drugs and sex cults true? Well, we found out. So this retreat was split into 3 parts. First, we started in the mountains at a resort called Prana Devi, then we moved on to Gili Island and finally wrapped things up in Ubud. Let's start from the beginning. We arrived in Bali at night, after spending a couple of days in Singapore. Only about 30 drivers swarmed us at the airport, asking very insistently if we needed a ride. We didn't, luckily, because we already arranged one.
Hello.
After a long drive and a quick supermarket stop to grab some water, because for your information, tap water in Bali isn't safe to drink, we finally made it to our stay. We just bought some grapes. And I just washed them with tap water. I hope that's okay here. Well, it should be, shouldn't it? And we also got some dragon fruit. Mango gedong chinku. I have no idea. That might be mango. So before I was kinda in a hurry because I wanted to go to the bathroom, or I don't know what I had in mind. I was hungry. Okay, that was what I wanted to do. I was hungry. I ate something and now I'm better. Well, this is the room. We have one beautiful bed with a mosquito net. We have one beautiful ceiling, hopefully waterproof. We have one cozy couch, which is at the moment full with our clothes and other stuff. And we've got a ladder. I don't know what this ladder might be for. Maybe it's just decoration. Yeah, or a towel support, who knows? The door is talking. Well, no, that's actually our bathroom. We also have a lamp. And before reaching outside, we noticed a lot of, well, not a lot, 2 little places with little shits, probably, from some animal. Well, so clean that. And that's the bathroom. And that's the outside. Holy crap.
And this is the shower.
Oh my damn.
Here, the shower.
That's the
That
shower?
pipe, the bamboo pipe.
That pipe is the shower.
And we have hot and cold and salt.
Hot and cold bamboo shower.
But I think it's nice.
I think it's pretty unique.
You know,
Well,
we
let's
can
see.
Take a shower under the clear sky.
Yeah. Well, let's check that out later. Well, I don't know if I showed you before, but this room isn't actually quite proof. I mean, I can just stick my finger out and I'm kind of outside here. So also over here, the roof and the other part and the wall are not really connected. So there's nothing like really holding anything out. And yeah, proof of that could be at the moment that little guy. But maybe at some point something bigger. Who knows? And holy, I found the one who has laid little shitties in our room.
Oh, no.
Look at that big tail.
Wow.
Man, that guy is kind of big. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's like I think at least as long as my arm. Or forearm. Okay guys, so we're heading out on a little mission here. Oh! Well, I'm sure you're gonna see it tomorrow better. Well, anyway, we went out on a little mission because our shower has no warm water anymore. And I know you might be saying, hey, why do you need warm water in a country where it's very, very warm the whole day? Well, guess what? Hot showers are just nice. And that's enough of a reason already. So yeah, let's try not to fall, because on my right I have a rice field which I can fall in. So be ready to see something interesting. Our new neighbor. I'll call him Johnny. Well, I'm sorry, Johnny, that I'm pointing a little big light at you.
Blue? Is blue or red?
Well, I don't know what light Johnny exactly. I think when I point blue at him, he's kind of blue. And yeah, so that's our guy. He's gonna be there with us. And we're gonna be sleeping over there.
I hope he's eating mosquitoes.
And he's gonna be over there. I really hope he's gonna eat mosquitoes a lot. And not us. Well, he won't eat us, but you know what I mean. Like if I wake up and he's on my face, that's gonna be weird. Whew. How do you feel about that?
Nightmare fuel. The one with the face.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, be good. Like, you know, this is weird on so many levels. I was just using the toilet and, you know, there's not really a wall here, okay? So that's like, yeah, the garden, I guess. Then I see this little guy over here. Just going about his day, man. No, it's not a big worm, but come on. It's in my bathroom. And its head is so weird. Oh, but he kind of looks like a hammerfish. Huh. What do you know? Anyway, we survived the night, unconsumed by Johnny, thankfully, and woke up whole. And that's when we finally saw the place for real. It was incredible. The shift in scenery from home was so intense, it took a moment just to process it. And then the retreat officially began. Since we were tucked away in the mountains, it was easy to focus on the daily yoga grind. There weren't many distractions, just practice, practice and practice.
If you have to go to that bathroom in the night with a candle, this candle is enough, no? Because the size of the bathroom is only 3 to 4 square meters. So if you live your life like that bathroom room, you will never buy a bigger candle. Because there was no need. No? Because you don't want to check the painting of the bathroom or the walls of the bathroom. So it means that most people have a smaller amount of a dream. So their consciousness cannot expand. So therefore they cannot become a yogi too. Because a yoga means you need to dream extremely big, which is beyond the level of conditioning.
We ate twice a day, in the morning and at lunch. And I used my free time for some rope swinging because why not? The humidity though, it felt like living inside a damp sauna. We were constantly sweating. Our clothes never dried after washing, thanks to the moisture and non-stop rain. Eventually, everything started to smell like swamp water, and that stench didn't even come out after we got home and washed them twice. I sometimes still smell like swamp. But I discovered something beautiful. Well, a few beautiful things, but one that really stuck with me. Taking an outdoor shower while it's raining. It's just incredible. Holy crap, man. Ah! I also realized yoga is way more than just stretching. I honestly thought that's all it was. Turns out it's a whole way of life, and actually a pretty cool one at that. In the evenings, we'd usually just hang out together, or I'd work on my henna drawing skills. We just came from our late night yoga session. It's around 9 o'clock.
Yeah. 9
And I'm pretty tired.
I feel good. Tired, like sore muscles.
Yeah, my muscles are also extremely sore.
Yeah, but I feel happy. I feel content.
Then it was time to head into the jungle. Luckily, we weren't alone. We were guided by some amazing locals who knew everything about the plants and animals around us. We even got to taste like half the jungle. And honestly, jungle snacks taste really good.
No, it's not good. Tasting. But it's still good. It's still good. It's still good. Yeah. Ah, we can take back.
Good?
The taste will be sweet.
I know this is like
Just the yellow. Just the yellow part. The white one is sticky.
okay.
What's your name?
Jackfruit.
It's actually very delicious.
Because this will be very bitter. Very bitter, very good for our mouth.
I take a bit and I
Yeah,
give
if the people also have a problem with their mouth, for example, some like they feel not very good, they can consume this. Yeah.
Și acum mâncați fiecare, dați putem de ăsta alb. Mănâncă-ți tu.
I know it is. I like it very much.
That's this we can.
One of the guides turned out to be a kind of shaman, and he shared some of his wisdom with us along the way.
This energy is to make balance ourselves, to produce a lot of energy inside, and then this is for healing, helping the people. But we need to practice, and this to release all of the bad energy.
Also, I got a little love bite from a leech. Didn't feel a thing. Turns out their saliva contains an anesthetic, so you don't notice when they latch on. That's a little creepy. But anyway. Eventually, we made our way to a temple deep in the jungle. Before entering, we changed into traditional clothing and took part in a purification ritual, washing ourselves in sacred water, though honestly, the rain was already doing a great job of that.
This is the first layer. The name of this layer is Jabba Sisi. That means outside place of the temple. And then the function of this place is for men, to prepare the decoration of the temple when we have a big ceremony in here.
And yes, exploring makes you hungry. We discovered a fruit called snake fruit, which tastes way better than it sounds. Sweet, tangy, crunchy. By the way, Bali is full of these little daily offerings, woven baskets with flowers, incense, even snacks laid out everywhere, on sidewalks, doorways, on statues. Quick hint, even though they taste great, don't eat them. They don't really seem to like that over there. One day we had a bit more time, so we wandered through the nearby mountain village. Total coincidence, but we stumbled upon a parade celebrating something local. It felt special to catch a glimpse of that everyday culture. Back in class, our yoga practice expanded into meditation and breathwork, and wow, those two go deep. On another note, one of the hardest parts, in my opinion, the constant fear that the gecko might crap on you mid-meditation. And I wish I was joking. There were way too many close calls. One time I was lying on my back completely zen when I heard a soft plop right next to my ear. Eventually our time in the mountains came to an end. It was time to switch locations, so we packed our bags and took a bus down to the harbor. Driving in Bali is... yeah, its own thing. The rules exist, I think, but they don't quite match what I'm used to. Still, people are so chill, even when things seem chaotic, like everyone here put all their stat points into patience. Even though Bali isn't huge, travel takes like forever. This ride was only about 40 kilometers, but it still took us 2 to 3 hours. After that came the ferry to Gili Island, and honestly, best ferry ever. Why, you ask? Because they were playing Mission Impossible the whole ride. I heard there was a party happening on the deck, but Tom Cruise had my full attention, no regrets. So, Gili Island. Well, actually there are 3 Gili Islands, but we stayed on Gili Travangan if I remember correctly. This place is ultra chill. It's tiny and there are no cars. Just horse-drawn carriages, electric scooters and bikes. It has this super laid-back island vibe. It took exactly 10 minutes before someone offered me drugs, which I politely declined, of course. Now, the place we stayed at here was nothing like the one in the mountains. Before, we felt like we were one with nature. Cold showers, jungle vibes, mosquito nets. But here, we got cold wet towels and welcome drinks on arrival, AC in the room, indoor bathrooms, fancy food on the terrace. Basically, it put us right back into tourist mode. Even though drugs are a big no-no in Indonesia, Gili feels a lot more relaxed about that. Still, the island itself is beautiful. Calm air, peaceful mornings, roosters somewhere in the distance. You can rent a bike and literally circle the entire island in under an hour. That's how small it is.
So there is a circular tour. Yeah.
And there's a ton of sea life too. Turtles, reef fish, you name it. But I didn't go swimming much. The water was slow and the coral and stones look like they could slice your feet open just by looking at them, which happens to me every time.
But if you take one this or three of this, one per ankle, I get you good price. I give you 300 for all. Just for you.
Our group was a bit of a social media squad. Everyone chasing that perfect iconic shot and video, which honestly can be hilarious to watch, but yeah, sometimes it's a little much. You'll see. We didn't even catch Gili in its full party form. The streets were still a bit quiet from low tourism, which honestly was a win for me. We visited a few clubs, but that's not really my thing. I like to peek inside, observe humanity, have an existential thought or two, and leave. There's also a lesser scene side to Gili, deeper into the island where the locals live. It's humbling to see both worlds, the tourist bubble and the reality. The island isn't self-sustaining. It doesn't produce enough food or have enough clean water, and all the garbage has to be shipped off the island, which sadly often doesn't happen. A lot ends up in the sea, not really ideal. Our stay on Gili came to an end and our next stop was the legendary Ubud. Now the place we stayed in Ubud was absolutely wild. It was like a little compound, multiple rooms, a kitchen, chill lounges, a yoga shala, a swimming pool, a cleaning crew, and even cooks, at least for breakfast. We still had to buy a few things ourselves, which was honestly kind of fun, exploring what the supermarkets had. That fun dipped a little when I realized that locals don't actually shop there. It's mostly for tourists, which explains the high prices and, well, the oddly curated snack selection. Of course, our yoga sessions never stopped. And slowly, very slowly, we started getting the hang of it. We also learned this technique for cleaning your nose with salt water.
More water. But don't swallow, throw the water out. Very good, keep good.
Now, being in Ubud without a scooter doesn't really work, so we rented one. Thankfully, I was with someone who knew the area, because I definitely wouldn't have guessed that this was a gas station. Riding a scooter in Bali is this wild mix of freedom and fear. So much is happening around you. Scooters passing, hair close, people riding with 3 kids and a chicken, someone cutting you off like it's normal. At one red light, a scooter almost rolled over my foot because I was the only one who stopped. Seems like red lights are more like a suggestion there. Ubud itself is full of beautiful places with beautiful food. One of the places that meant a lot to us was this small ring-making forge. We got engaged recently and we were looking for wedding bands. But everything we saw felt kind of soulless, so we decided to make our own. And honestly, it was one of the coolest experiences of the whole trip. I made an entire video about it, so check that out if you're interested. And hey, if you're into this kind of stuff, a like and subscribe would mean a lot. Thanks. At some point we wanted to check out what the beach looked like, which is sadly not that close to Ubud, about an hour and a half by scooter. But we made the trip to this fancy beach club where you have to pay just to sit at the table before ordering anything. But when I tell you, the sunset was worth it. Probably one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. Not because of the huge crowd that gathered to watch it, but because of the colors, the warm, the soft light, the reflection on the waves, the warm water around your feet, just magic. Even the long ride back didn't ruin it, especially because we woke up the next morning to this perfect breakfast, freshly cooked for us. Nothing like good food to reset your mood. One of the scooters did die on us, and communication was tricky because the guy helping us didn't speak any English. But hey, thank you Google Translate. Combine that with some smiles and hand gestures and people here will help you out however they can. There was this one guy I saw just casually surfing through deep mud on whatever that is, doing this hardcore job like it was nothing. He looked so badass while doing it, total elegance while absolutely covered in muck. Also, side note, yoga shalas seem to magically attract geckos, and yes, our gecko poop paranoia returned in full force.
Focus and relax the body, okay?
One night we wanted to eat at this magical sounding restaurant called Merlin, which is literally for magicians I guess, but it was fully booked, so instead we ate some damn good pizza across the street. Then came one of the wildest parts of the trip. We woke up at 2 AM to climb Mount Agum, or maybe it was Mount Batur, I think it was Mount Batur. The whole idea was to reach the top for sunrise, and we did, and it was amazing. Someone even proposed at the summit, which was epic. I'll talk more about that in another video, so keep an eye out. After that little adventure, we chilled in this hammock with a beautiful view and had a really good breakfast, and yep, I exaggerated.
9 o'clock, Montana Cafe. That is Mount Batukaru.
Itu tahu dekat ni meh.
We also visited a few temples. Then took a trip to a cacao and coffee farm, where we tasted all kinds of teas and coffee blends. Honestly, not mad about ending our trip with a chocolate buzz.
Cinnamon, yeah.
You grow vanilla here?
We grow a lot of vanilla actually.
And this one is the
Coffee luwak, yeah, this is the poop of the animal. But this is not clean, yeah. So when we clean, the bean will be coming like this one.
yellow.
It's more look like peanut. And this one is the normal coffee. This is the regular coffee. So both of the bean is coming from same coffee tree actually, but different quality because the animal they eat only the best.
Can I taste one?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
You can just pick one. The normal coffee. Cat family. It look like raccoon. Pandan is a leaf actually, so mostly we use a lot for dessert.
And let's see what we got here, the coconut coffee. Yeah, you smell the coconut.
Wine with alcohol.
Nice. It's coconut coffee. Back in Ubud, our hunt for ultra cozy spots continued. Ubud is such a lively place, markets to explore, temples around every corner, cool shops, chill cafes, beautiful streets.
What's your name?
My name AI like this. And this is all my art.
Yeah,
All my art.
Wow, very nice.
Yes.
beautiful. You know, I think AI in Japanese is love.
In Japanese is love, yeah. And I think in Chinese also.
Yeah, for sure it's also.
One spot we loved was called Acai Queen. They make these absolutely insane bowls, fully customizable, loaded with fruits and toppings. If I ate there every day, I'd be so extremely happy and also extremely fat. And obviously, being the content-thirsty group we are, we had to visit the waterfall, which turned out to be a full-on influencer safari. What you'll see in the video is, in my opinion, a perfect reminder of why you should never believe what you see online. You might think, wow, what a remote, peaceful, romantic waterfall they discovered. Just the two of them. Yeah, no.
Oh boy.
But credit where it's due, the girls here are committed. Respect.
My video will be very famous in India.
Yeah.
With the big news.
But the quest didn't end there, because if you think you've seen and tasted it all, surprise, you haven't. For our final evening together in Bali, we booked the full Merlin experience for her birthday. This restaurant is completely wizard themed, which I think is so cool. You draw oracle cards, and based on the cards, they bring you food that's supposed to be exactly what you need. There was even this rotating table. I had an amazing idea for a photo shot until I dropped the phone. Still worth it.
In terms of numerology, it is a very important day.
The whole place is full of little magical gimmicks, gorgeous decorations, and the vibe that really makes you feel like you're stepping into a fantasy world. Looking back, I really enjoyed yoga. I loved stretching more, breathing more consciously, and experiencing a new culture up close through food, customs, people, and places.
Group hug, guys, everybody.
Why you have two men around?
Bye bye. Bye.
And to answer the question I asked at the beginning, no drugs, no sex cults. Just deep insights, hardcore stretching, and a surprisingly meaningful journey.